Good morning, good moment. I hope you are doing so good in this present energy, because that's all that we're given and all that we're blessed with. So I hope that you are appreciating it and are having this attitude of gratitude, because we're worthy and it's an amazing feeling. So I'm just going to do a Kingdom Collective, he says. We're going to see what pops out. I'm using a new tarot deck that I was gifted, so thank you so much. I'm super excited to use it. I cannot believe the artwork. It's just so beautiful and so much fun. And I already love because I've been warming these up already, and the different elements that I'm starting to pick up in the pictures. And I'm like, ooh, I love this side of me. So thank you so much. You know who you are. Either way, let me get a sip and we're going to move forward with this Kingdom Collective. We're going to see what Jehovah wants to bring out on his stage today, and we will move on. Let's go. He's telling me, let's go. I got lots to say. Choppity chop. Yesterday was a great day, though, you guys. It was my 1 year since Jesus has woke my butt up. And I got to go to the beach, and for those that have been with the channel, I've been housebound for almost 1.5 years now, and so to go to the beach, it is just bringing tears to my eyes, because it's my place, it's my sanctuary, it's where I can breathe. And the tide was out, and it was just such a random adventure, such a perfect timing. The tide being out is one of my favorite times at the beach, because there's so much to explore, and I just felt like a little kid. And that's how God abundantly blessed me yesterday, and it was amazing. So thank you, Lord. I love your love. Your love is boundless. All right, you guys, Kingdom Collective here, Father. There's lots of energy here, y'all. Let's see. Oh, you want to do a secret card? 211. He wants to do a secret card. He wants to do a secret card, and it's going to be that one. All right. Secret card there. Okay. 2, 3, 4 right there. Ascension. All right. Secret card there. This is Everyday Witch Tarot deck by Deborah Blake. I'll put it in the description box as I do all of my decks, just so y'all know, but I'm loving it. It is the cutest. All right, Father, there we go. There's our first card there. No. Okay. Well, that first card there, y'all, it is negative, and y'all know I like to read negative cards. I'll show you that card here in just a second, but yeah, I need my balance too before I talk. So this card here is Page of Cups. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. These page cards to me in God's eyes are children card. And what I'd like you to think about is that these page cards is also an inner boy. 333 great things are coming all the time, because God is good. Inner boy. But on the other side of this, what we're not seeing is that there's an inner girl as well. There's an inner girl, but then there's also an inner girl inside of that inner boy. And there's also an inner boy inside of that inner girl. So see how this reproduction is going on with just this energy alone from the inside out. And this Page of Cups, this is, you know, this is this inner child feeling of emotional love towards yourself. This is also bringing in everything that you've been wanting and manifesting. This is an emotional spy, but I like to see this as, this is what I've been spying on for myself for 11. This is what would make me secure and stable in my home, in my heart, in my temple, in my kingdom. This is what I would want in my life, for me to feel as if the best emotional reward just came back for me. And because I was able to give it to myself, and because I was allowing my inner children to bloom from the inside out, to be able to gift me with everything that I've ever wanted. But when it is in the negative, this is what you're blocking. This is what you're not seeing, your true worth and these true abilities to grow from the inside out, because this is where our inner strength comes in. 444. You are protected. It is I, do not be afraid, as I just heard. So I feel as if you're going through these inner reflections, because if we have Page, that's 1111 to me. That's a girl and a boy. That's two physiological properties, two inheritances, masculine and feminine. So if that 1111 is there, it's also going to be in the negative that whole time. 511 is right here, but we saw 411 first. So let's talk about Four of Wands there, because this is Page of Cups. Cups is our overall threes. Our wands is our ones, our swords is our twos, our cups is our threes, and our pentacles is our fours. Our fire is ones, our airs is twos, our water is three, and our earth is four. Okay, the ones is Satan's realm. Everything that lies within that, lies, deceit, manipulation, low vibes, egos, anything that resides within our flesh. And our flesh is owned by Satan, and our spirit is owned by Jehovah. So Satan automatically hates our spirit, which is why our spirit has now been trafficked into our flesh and our ones, which is why we must transcend and allow our lowly body to be transformed by way of Jesus's energy here. He's the only one who did it for you. He was the only one who hung on that cross for you to ascend into your twos and your threes. 611, put on that armor of God. Yes, thank you, Jehovah. Right? So then those twos and those threes, they bring in that divine feminine. Adam meets Eve. Eve does her work. She reproduces on, and then she meets him at the back door. Meets Adam again at the pentacles, the earth, everything that has been given. That one and that four. The fire on earth to start anew, cleansing of the air and the water. It all has to work together. So if this inner boy and this inner girl are not working together, you are rejecting everything that you've ever loved about yourself. Any love that you've put out towards someone else was really that love that you needed to put back into you. And all of this tells me, honey, is that your soul is so tired. Your soul is so tired. You like don't even know love anymore. You don't even remember who you were then. And when you think about things of who you were then, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Oh, I hate that person. I'm so embarrassed to even know that I did those things. But you weren't in control. I'm sorry, guys. Gardening day, 7-Eleven. You weren't in control. So now you're still not in control, but as your body is coming alive here, because your spirit is awakening, because Jesus is present, he's been here from the very beginning, because he already did this for you. He already walked through self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is Page of Cups. That's an apology there. I need to say the truth, and I need to say it and express it out of my emotions. If we have Page of Cups here, and 2 by 2 we are loading our Noah's Ark, then we're automatically going to have a Page of Wands. That low vibes, those lies and those deceit and the truth within that Page of Swords to bring out the good, to bring out the bad, to bring out the good again. You cannot change when you do not acknowledge, and when you are hurt from someone, you are holding in that hurt. They can come and apologize to you all you want, but have you even forgiven yourself too at that point? So this Page of Cup cards, it's hard because here's this inner reflection. Michael Jackson's going off, looking at the man in the mirror. You have to be able to acknowledge things that you haven't taken personal accountability for and walk with Jesus as he takes you through the path of self-forgiveness. It is the only way to transcend your flesh on earth here, okay? We are not in our truest form when we are here on earth. We are trafficked in the flesh body, our mirror, okay? I love that so much because this really just brings in so much, this huge faith opportunity. And if this Page of Cups is here, what comes next? That 11-11, sure, but then we have that Knight of Cups, that maturing teenage energy to bring in that really giddy feeling, like how I felt with God allowing me to go to the beach yesterday in a magical random adventure. And then it brings in the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, this true love for yourself and your self-love cup club. This is also your divine Empress's home. 9/11, Jesus is there because of that King of Cups. 3 by 3 is that feminine stacking. So as this 3 by 3 goes, as this masculine is stacking 2 by 2 within that arc, Jesus would have to be there as that King of Cups because he's the overall 9. He's the hermit energy to drive that wheel. So if we're dividing this, as Jehovah so should, as he so states in Luke 12:49, 9 divided by 3, that Empress energy is still going to be 3. So we have Jesus right there in our heart because he's always looking for his bridegroom. He's always looking for you to walk you through that path of self-forgiveness. You just haven't seen it yet, but it's there. Beautiful. Jehovah, what else is here? Let's pull just a couple more cards. This path of self-forgiveness. I love this message today. It's so beautiful. Let's do these ones first, he said, because they're up. They came upright and these two did not. So let's see exactly what's going to happen with this reflection, because I'm seeing this as that present energy. 10-11. Thank you, Jehovah. So I have to look at the back and I have to look at the front. I have to look at the past and I have to look at the future. I have to look at the moon and I have to look at the sun. I have to look at the Kuf and I have to look at the Resh in Hebrew. So there's so much going on with just this inner child being blocked. So if your inner children are being blocked from the inside out, your chakra system's being blocked, so your solar system ain't able to bring your energy into that true intuitive state that it needs to be able to follow that right current. And this operator is just failing this flesh. Then this flesh goes back to this temperance energy, the Semek in Hebrew. We talked about the sun and the moon, the Kuf and the Resh. The moon is the back. The sun is the front, and the temperance is the Semek, the electrical prop, that flesh, that nervous system, to be able to have that masculine and divine properties on the inside out. And as this all is being born anew, and you're able to see this true love self-club for yourself, forgiveness is going to be right there as well, and all of that pain will be washed away. 11-11, thank you, Lord. I love it so much. I want to bring back up the Kuf and the Resh really fast, because that's Eve and Adam. That's the moon and the sun. And I kept telling you, Eve has to meet Adam back at the back door in order to bring those pentacles home from those cups. That moon is the back. Eve has to meet Adam back at the back door after they've already been divided out from each other, because they needed to be born anew and separate to reproduce on. Old Testament from New Testament, Old Testament from New Testament, over and over and over and over. And that's why that inner mirror in that 11-11 is being blocked right now, and it cannot reproduce the truth on. Beautiful. There's huge mirroring there. This also might bring us up with this twin flame relationship. And if both of these twin flames have these inner children blocked, it is all just vicious cycles right now. Separation needs to happen, and the separation that will come is the one that does the dirty work. That cocoon will come, and then the spiritual awakening when the wings are spread. Let's see what these two cards are here. Oh my gosh. So this card here is that Page of Swords, and we talked about that. And now here's 10 of Pentacles. And here's my text message going off in the beep, the doo-doo-doo confirmation. Honey, you have to go inside and apologize to yourself. Meet your inner children. They've been there all along. They will continue to be there all along. You've met them 1,000 times. You're just in a different flesh scientific test tube because your spirit is trafficked. And they are trafficked just as well in these smaller spectrums, because Tropic of Capricorn, that devil, that flesh energy has taken over your temperance, your Semek, your electrical prop. And now your moon and your sun, your divine feminine and your divine masculine, both with your inner children, your star here, are not able to operate at all. So, and if you're not operating out of God's current, then you're automatically operating out of the devil's current, which is why that 10 is there. There's an ending here, and it needs to happen. It needs to be cut and divided. And here's that sword right there. Let's talk about Luke 12:49 for a moment, because Luke 12:49 states that there will be 1 and 5 against each family. 5 and 1, 2 against 3, and 3 against 2. This father against son, and the mother against daughter. And then as those grow up and ascend on, they will branch out within the in-laws. However, it does not talk about what would happen if they had children. It just grows out this way and stacks and just builds further in this way in the worth and whatnot. But as it ascends out, that's when it grows and blooms and creates more and produces more. So as this happens, this scripture is called not peace, but division. Jehovah comes in and he says, I'm going to cut and I'm going to divide. I'm going to produce more when there's not more than 5 in this family. Because what is being brought to your ark, your home, we saw 411s at the very beginning, 411, 4 of Wands, that happy home and that stability, that Tropic of Cancer that you need to rise your body to. 1411 right there, shut up, Lord. You need to turn your wheel so you have that happy home in your Tropic of Cancer, your highly body within your lowly body, your Tropic of Capricorn here. So now as he says, oh God, don't let me lose this. Oh yeah, not peace but division. So as he is dividing your Old Testament away from your New Testament, okay, he's dividing this cup in half. He's dividing this cup in half, okay? This is that Old Testament. It's going to go away. It's going to go bye-bye. What's left is your New Testament to grow and build again, okay? And as that grows and builds again, I saw 1441 there on the clock, and he's in my left nostril. Oh, gosh, Lord. Oh. Oh my gosh. 1441 is that temperance, front door, back door. Okay, I love it. This temperance energy also goes up to 5, roots back to that Hierophant energy. But this scripture, not peace but division. I'm going to divide everything that doesn't make you peaceful away from yourself to keep your 1 and 5 okay. Your 5 loaves within your 2 fish, your masculine and your feminine. And we all know what happens with 5 loaves and 2 fifths. There's extras and there's even leftovers. Okay, and there's leftovers, all because they believed in the truth. They said the truth. Those inner children on the inside were able to come to the mirror and believe and allow themselves to have that gain. What was lost will once be returned back to you, just in a better, different way. All of these abundant blessings coming in. And yesterday was my 1-year harvest date for myself. And look what happened to me. There's way more, and it's personal with me and God, but I'm just saying. I got to go to the beach yesterday. He's going to overflow all of your cups. Okay, your Page of Cups, your 11 of Cups, because you're a Queen of Cups and you're a King of Cups. Your Emperor and Empress energies are going to meet within that Hierophant overall. I love that so much. Also, we see 4 of everything here within this page, this 11, right? So we have that 4 of Wands, we have that 4 of Swords. Well, we have that 4 of Swords right here too. So now you have to have that mental truth with yourself that everything that had happened was not meant for you. That's why it was not in your own control, and that's why it was against you that whole time. But look what you have to bring in for yourself when you're able to sit there and say in the truth. Your happy home is right there. There's your inner children in there, the Emperor and the Empress, and then there's this family to branch out for you. And there's all that worth and that inheritance. Look at all those elemental signs in there to continue balancing you over and over. Then we're gonna have the 4 of Threes, which is 4 of Cups, which is your 2 Atria and your 2 Ventricle, your 2 Masculine and your 2 Feminine, to be able to reproduce on, because your bridegroom is always there for you. And then you're going to have 4 of Pentacles, and it's already projected because here's that 10 of Pentacles. You will have the control over your body of Christ, and it will be so beautiful. That temperance energy won't fuck with you anymore because you will no longer be operating to the wrong master. I love it. Speaking of master here, sheesh. It's just so good, y'all. And when you grow up in Seattle, I'm telling you, it's like our bloodstream here. Besides you, Jesus, I'm just saying. Okay, so let's see what these 2 cards that also came out. We're going to look at the bottom of the deck, and then we're going to grab that secret card and whip it up. So let's see what else is here. This past 2, I need to look in the mirror. I need to take personal accountability because I can't change what I don't acknowledge. And I need to be able to see the worth that's there, even though I didn't have it beforehand. When I didn't see it beforehand, it's always been there. It's always, always, always been there. I just never chose to see it that way. I never chose to acknowledge it. I never chose to forgive myself. And when you forgive yourself and Jesus removes all of this bullshit in your heart, he's only making more room for more seeds to plant for more harvest. Eee! Let's see here. Queen of Wands and the Chariot. Shut up, Lord. I love it so much. Exactly. This Queen of Wands is this brand new start, especially if this is twin flame like we talked about. However, this Queen of Wands is that very first queen on that new temperamental, positive, polarizing energy side within your Samek. I love it so much. That's also going to be your 13 of 1, your death of your flesh, and that overall renewal. There's also someone that absolutely desires you on the outside, and this is why that twin flame energy comes up. But it's also just that King of Wands, that King of Wands inner children. And as this happens, guess what is going to be brought in next? That Queen of Swords and that King of Swords, right? Because we already saw those page children from the very beginning. And that makes sense because from that Queen of Wands, we'd have to have 2 by 2 Queen of Cups. This Empress energy is coming in for you. And the more you continue, 1911, your one wheel, and 9/11 is Jesus is there. So the more that you continue to allow Jesus to drive your wheel for you, the only thing that's left to gain here is good harvest. Okay, that's so beautiful. I love it so much. Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands. Your King of Wands is there. That Old Testament was shedded off, and now you're being born anew in this new spiritual self because you finally rose up and said the truth. This is this past energy meeting this new energy. And now you're saying, I was their Queen of Cups. I was trying to be their Queen of Cups. I was doing everything for them because I wanted to have that happy home. I was wanting something that wasn't really truthfully there. And I kept killing myself over and over and over for it. Okay. Well, then within this new renewal of your flesh here, your Old Testament being separated out from your New Testament, Jesus meeting you within his bridegroom because you are the most desirable to him. Here's your chariot, your 7, your body of Christ. Okay, I love that so much. Yes, absolutely beautiful. And you're able to move that wheel correctly. The moon, right? We talked about the back. Well, the moon in Hebrew also goes back to the calf because it's the palm and the way that Jehovah's hand, the yod, is moving that wheel in the right direction. And we're also able to read our hands and to be able to see what's really happening here if we are gifted in that spirituality, mysticism gift, right? However, this Queen of Wands is absolutely beautiful because this also starts our temperance energy in our 1 and 4. I love that so much. Brings us back to that Hierophant energy. And as we are loading our arc 2 by 2 within our 7 layers here, our body, a chariot, it's going to wrap it all up together. You are completely being born anew here, and it is beautiful. I love it so much. I want you to realize that you need to come through this path of self-forgiveness to get to this beautiful state on the inside and the outside, and to have everything that you've ever wanted for you. I mean, and when you get stuck at these crossroads, you're also going to have to use your gift of discernment now that you have your spiritual backbone right here. And you're going to say, okay, if I go this way, this is light, this is great, 2111 there, I'm going to be able to move on in the right direction. But if I go that way, because I know duality now, because 1111 here, and this twin flames, both of my inner children I've met. Because if I'm a twin flame on the outside, I'm also my own twin flame on the inside. And I have to acknowledge that as well. I have to acknowledge that all of this love that I've ever wanted has always been right inside. When I decide to go the opposite way of the world, when I decide to go the opposite way that my flesh wants me to do, because Romans has been huge this morning in experiencing God. And Romans 7 talks about our body, the members of our body is forcing me to do something that I don't want it to do, yet my spirit is not strong enough to overpower what's in my arc for me to move forward in the right direction. And as I continue to behave like that, I only make God out to be a liar. You yourself are a liar because you are owned by that wrong master. 22 even there. I love that. 22. 11, 11, 11, 11. Love it, love it, love it. There's only forward movement from here. And you have to be able to, 22, 11 there, you have to be able to take that personal accountability, decide that I'm on this path of self-forgiveness. And as I'm driving my chariot down the field here and planting my seeds, if I have a hand on my plow and I'm looking back in the review mirror, I am not fit for the kingdom of heaven. He absolutely says that I am not fit for service in the kingdom of heaven if I look in the review mirror of my plow, of my chariot. There is nothing good from this point on to gain from holding any of that back because you are resisting your truest self. You are resisting that self path of forgiveness. And that's exactly what Jesus did for us beforehand. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Jesus. Let's see here. Okay, bottom of the deck. Let's see. What is that? 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. I love that because Queen of Wands is here and she's 13. So if you're dividing that wheel from that 3, that's going to be 3 of Wands. Okay, 2311 right there. Yes, exactly. 5 Hierophant energy, 2 against 3 and 3 against 2, just as we talked about in Luke 12:49, not peace but division. But that's also going to bring us that 3 of 2s, that 3 of Swords, and that 3 of Cups. That 3 of 3s. And we talked about 3 times 3 is 9. And that's still 2 by 2 within that chariot. We talked about Hierophant, we talked about chariot, and we talked about 9, that hermit energy. And it's coming. It is coming. It is coming right now. You're just stuck in this. Okay, I know things are happening. Look at even your wand is starting to produce energy here. And you know that this physical change is happening. We see this flesh being divided right here. The sword's right there. And you're standing up in your truth. And as this Old Testament separates, all of these new gifts come in for you. Here's your armor of God that we talked about, because Ephesians 6:11 came to mind there when we saw 6:11 there. And you're able to separate yourself from that land and that water. And that's exactly what we talked about within our temperance energy. 3 of Wands is, okay, I'm at this next step. What's that next step? 4 of Wands. And we saw that at the very beginning. Shut up, Lord. 2411, I just saw 2 wheels, masculine and feminine, because we got to look at the back too. 411, happy home right here. He wants to bring you stability and security. And all you have to do is say, I forgive myself. Isn't that beautiful? He's also bringing this out right here. Is it that one, Lord? No, it's this one. Okay, this one. Let's see. What is that? Ace of Swords. Shut up, Lord. I love that so much. Exactly. 1111, which is going to produce an Ace of Swords because that 1 through 10 of Swords before it has to continue, as that 1111 reflects that energy back to continue that 1 through 10 because it's there. You already went through it. That's what served you beforehand. You have to separate yourself from that within that death and rebirth, that 13 that we saw right here within that Queen of Wands, death and rebirth, to move on within that Ace of Swords, but to ascend you up within that Queen of Swords and that King of Swords, to set you in that right path in that air. That Eve is continuing to come in. All she's trying to do is meet the Adam inside of you. And you're just like, nope, 2511 there. 25 is that 2 hierophants to make that 1-7. 2 and 5. I love that. 5 loaves and 2 fish. I love that so much. So let's see what else is here one more time, he said. Knight of Wands. You are joking me. Exactly. This Empress is taking the lead inside of you, but this Emperor really has to come in because this masculine ego is having a hard time letting go of that flesh. But as Jehovah's energy, you invite it in within your feminine side. You pray and you ask for this forgiveness. You're able to see right from wrong. It'll be divided continually. I love that so much. This is also our 12 of Wands, and 3 times 12 is that 4, that Emperor energy. So he's really coming in to meet that Empress, which is already here. I love that. Let's do one more here. Knight of Wands. Oh, Queen of Wands is going to go back up there, though. Ace of Pentacles. Shut up. It's in the negative because that new flesh has to come in, but it really is trying to, and it has to start with that nervous system. Even Jesus tells us in the Bible, that cup has to be clean from the inside out. 2611, 2 biological properties there. 611, that armor of God that we talked about. That Ace of Pentacles is that brand new potential start for you. It's brand new flesh. It's brand new elements. It's brand new energy. It's brand new everything. 1 and 4, your temperance to your Hierophant energy. It's everything that will serve you and you only, which is really what matters. 5 of Cups, exactly. You have to walk away from that broken heart because that Page of Cups is there. And 2 times 5, we've been talking about 5 and 2 this whole time, is going to be 10 of Cups. And you're drowning yourself over and over and over. And which is why that 10 of Pentacles has to come in. He has to divide you from your broken heart. One more. The Star. Yes, exactly, Lord. Thank you so much. The Star is our inner tuition here to be able to see our inner and our outer, the inside of our cup and the outside of our cup. It has to be activated and seen before that moon and that sun can come in, the back and the front. The Star also goes back to the fish hook in Hebrew because he's going to come down and divide you to your temperance energy and bring you back up because he doesn't want that flesh surrounding you. He doesn't want that flesh blocking you. And in Hebrew, this also goes back to the children. This is your inner children. These page cards right from the very, very, very beginning, that 1111. I love that so much. He truly sees you for your whole entire worth. And all he's wanting you to do is say, look at Lord, I need you to see the same thing that you do in me. You wanted this twin flame, whoever this person was, to see you for who you truly were. And God's saying, I can do that for you. I can show you your own love that you're asking for because they ain't going to give it to you. Let's wrap this up with the secret card. Let's see. 7 of Cups in the negative. Exactly. The more that you continue to provide your energy out to the world and not towards yourself, you're not going to have that positive Queen of Cups, King of Cups come in. You're not going to have that self-love cup club. It's in the negative, which means that 7 times over, you are allowing your altar, your ark here to be filled with more worse, clean, unclean spirits than you did from the very, very first condition. Luke 11:14 is coming up. Jesus and Beelzebub. You might want to read it. However, you are not allowing your body to serve you in the right way because you are against yourself. Romans 7, you should also read today. He's telling you, however, this 7 of Cups, all this is denying is that 6 of Cups. That 6 of Cups is right here, honey. You have to come home to be that Knight of Cups for yourself. Go through that Knight of the Soul process to truly see who you are. Look at this 7 of Cups here, and look at 7 of Swords underneath that Star card. Look at that King of Pentacles in the negative and Judgment. Yep, that Emperor is really just trying to come in, but he's still going through that process of accepting and forgiving, honey. And that is the biggest part of this all. It's just forgiving yourself and letting go and being able to see who you truly are. I love that so much. The path to self-forgiveness. Love you. Wounds into light.